Hey guys, we are back with more Seattle franchise mode. And in this one, we're just going to keep going because we are on I believe, a 7-game winning streak, as our first 2 games of the season were losses, but every game since then has been a win. And I really want to get that rookie defenseman that we picked up in free agency, Rob Bruce, some time. But, you know, when you're on a hot streak like this, you don't touch the lineup. So we're just going to keep going until one of two things happen. Either we get an injury to one of our defensemen, or we get we go on like some sort of extended losing streak, which, you know, would prompt a change in the lineup. So, but other than that, we have nothing to worry about as of right now. So we're just gonna keep going. We're gonna let's say just go up to December 1st there and see what happens. So, game against Edmonton, they're hot as well. Oh, there's a start out the episode with a loss. Beautiful. And we've looks like we had a little bit of everything here so far. An overtime loss, a win, a regulation loss, and then what are we going to have here against Boston? We are going to not see what is going to happen probably, because it looks like we're getting a trade offer or something is happening, because the simulation has slowed down, has pretty much stopped actually. What is going on here, EA Sports? There you go. Nuge has been injured with a fractured collarbone. Ooh. Estimated return is December 29th. That's a big one. That's pretty much our first big injury, I would say, of this entire series. So, I'm not going to go replace player. That is going to put Plekanec on the first line. So, I will, you know what I might do? I might put someone like Liljegren at forward, like on the 4th line or on the 3rd line, and then use that to get Rob Bruce some time on the defense with maybe Nathan Beaulieu. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. So we're going to go with Henrich on the 1st line, Mowers on the 2nd, moving everyone up here, and then we'll go we're going to try Liljegren at forward, right? So there needs to be another center here. We'll go Pavelski on the 3rd line and Deneau in the middle. Or, who has the better face-off percentage so far of Deneau and Lawton? Should be Lawton, right? Oh, yeah, Lawton, for sure. Because what is Deneau? He's like 45, yeah. We'll get Lawton in the middle, and then we'll put Liljegren on the right wing. Let's actually just get Bruce in here first. Substitute, and then we'll get Liljegren on the 4th line, and then we will put Bruce on defense. So there you go. That's looking good. Special teams. So, Nuge was on the point. So we're going to have to find someone to take over there. So how's Bruce? No, definitely not. Who's already there? Boychuk, Pouliot, Liljegren. We'll go, let's see, Brodin, Tanev, no. So it's going to be another forward on the point here. We already have De Silva, Mowers, Crab, Toffoli, Henrich, Zadina. So we will go with, let's see, Toffoli, no. Ryan Mowers, is he already on there? Yep, he already is. Let's go with left winger, maybe Fawcett? Yeah, Fawcett. Do I want him on the point, though? Yeah. He's got a really good defensive category. We'll leave him there. And then, that looks good. Actually, nope, that doesn't look good. Zadina, Crab, Henrich. We'll go with Mowers. And then move... we'll move Henrich up with Zadina, and then Mowers with Crab, and then penalty kill. Yep, I think we're good, because I don't want to mess up anything that's working right now, and I'm pretty sure the penalty kill's doing just fine. But Crab, Henrich, Bruce, Zadina, Mowers, Fawcett. We'll move up Henrich. We'll move up Mowers. And then Fawcett and, let's see, maybe someone with face-offs. Probably not De Silva. I think it's going to be Deneau here because he needs someone with face-offs. And then, ooh, 3-on-3. Man, this injury really messed up our team. The chemistry, at least. So, we're going to go with Henrich. We're going to go with Mowers. And then we'll go, I guess, Deneau again. Gotta have that center. Let's see, extra attackers. Yep, that wasn't affected. Shootout was. So, Krab, Zadina, Toffoli, Boydchuk. And I'm going to say... Was Henrich on there? No, he's not. We'll get Henrich on there. Boom, boom. There we go. All right. So that should be good now. Yep. Corpusalo and Lopez. Lop doing 5 games played. All right. And then scratched is Nuge with a long-term injury, and then Thomas Plekanec. So there you go. There's our first major injury of this series. And of course, it's followed up by a 3-2 loss against Boston. But we do come back there against LA, 4-1 win. There you go. Keep it going, boys. Keep it going. That's all I ask. With just stay in the winning column. I mean, I know that's a lot to ask, but it looks like they're responding just fine to that injury to Nugent and Hopkins, which is good because considering that we might have to trade him soon, it's good to see how this team operates without. Oh, geez. Jake Fawcett has been injured with a mild concussion. Estimated return is November 29th. So, what would have to happen now, I believe, is we have to get Plekanec in there, substitute, and then we'll get Toffoli up here, move Kreider to the left, Plekanec down to the 4th line, and we'll put Liljegren on the 3rd with Pavelski and De Silva. It's just, yeah, this team's already been jumbled up for the most part. I mean, every line right now is different than it was at the start of the year due to 2 pretty solid, pretty big injuries, I would say. So I'm interested to see how Bruce is doing at the moment. So in 8 games, he has 1 assist plus 3. All right, respectable. 5 shots. Jeez, really not offensive at all. But that's all right. 9 hits, only 3 giveaways, and 2 takeaways, and 6 blocks. Good to see what type of player he is, and he's looking pretty solid so far. Oh my God, we have to do this again. All right, so Zadina, Henrich, Toffoli, Boydchuk, Pouliot, De Silva, Mowers, Krab, Liljegren, and we will go. I guess we're gonna have to go with either Beaulieu or Brodin, because I don't know what other forward we would use here. We'll take a look. Maybe Pavelski or Deneau. Is De Silva on the pot? Yeah, he is. Let's see. Yeah. I mean, Kreider? Yeah, you know what? We'll get Kreider on there. He's not on there. Boom, boom. There we go. And we will go to 3-on-3. Henry, Zadina, Mowers, Krab, Deneau, and it will be Kreider. Yep. All right. So that should be good now. Let's go back. And Brandon Lopp is apparently starting this next upcoming game. Either that or he started against Ottawa, which I'm pretty sure he did. Shootout win. Very nice. Shootout loss. All right. A little bit of everything. And Jake Fawcett's back. No, he is not in my book. He's got to wait a couple more games just to make sure. And what will Dallas be? That'll be a 4-2 win. All right. We're still looking like an elite team here, boys. 15-6-3. I'm liking the way we're performing. I really do. Now, yeah, Philip Zadina, he's beasting it up so far this year. He's earning that 8.9. Now we're gonna scratch Plekanec, and we will put Jake Fawcett back in there, and he appears to be ready. So we will, I guess, go back to the original lines. So Fawcett on the left, Toffoli over here. Yeah, that works. And then special teams. Now, what has Kreider done to the power play in the short time he's been there? Not much. I'll keep him there, though, because I think Fawcett is more of a penalty killer, to be honest. I mean, he's got a good offensive awareness as well, but he looks more like a penalty killer. So he'll stick to that for right now, and we'll just keep moving. So we'll check the stats, see how everyone's looking so far, see if we need to make any changes. Not that we can make too many right now, as we do have the injury to Nuge. So Zadina with 26 points, Crab with 21, Henrich with 19, Boychuk with 18. He's getting it done so far. Tyler Toffoli with 15, Nuge with 9 and 13, Pavelski with 9, Pouliot with 9, Liljegren with 8, Mowers and Fawcett with 7, Lawton, De Silva, Kreider with 6, Tanev with 5, Brodin with 5, Danault with 5, Beaulieu with 2, and Bruce with 1 in 11. So let's take a look at the shots. So Nelson Crab, yep. Stuart Silva, very much a shooter as well. Ryan Mowers with 59, Zadina with 54, Pavelski with 51, Toffoli with 50, Boychuk with 47. All right. And then face-offs, let's take a look here. Fawcett's actually doing all right for having 71 already. So Pavelski, yep, 57%. Lawton, 54.3. Zadina, 53.5. So we get a lot of good face-off takers on this team. Nuge with 52.3. Danault with a 52.2. Mowers with a 51.7. And then the only bad one, there's Henrich with a 41.6. So you know what? We might want to consider putting Zadina in the middle on that first line, because he's a much better face-off taker, it seems. Nelson Crab with 45 hits. He's not only our player with the most shots, he's the player with the most hits as well. So pretty good there for Nelson Crab. He looks like he could do it all. Philip Zadina, 39, Tanev 39, Brodin 37, Beaulieu 36, Kreider with 31, Lawton with 30, Boychuk with 24, Danault with 24, De Silva, Toffoli, Bruce with 16, Pavelski with 15, Mowers with 12, Henrich with 12, Nuge with 11, Liljegren with 10, Fawcett 6, Pouliot 3, Plekanec 2. And then as we take a look at giveaways to takeaways, Nelson Crab has a lot of takeaways, Henrich has a lot of takeaways, De Silva has a lot of takeaways, Danault, Zadina is kind of even, Mowers is even, Pavelski is about even, Fawcett is about even, Liljegren is a little bit better than average, I would say. Beaulieu has been giving away a little bit much, but he does have takeaways as well as a defenseman, so that's good. Kreider, 13, so not bad. Lawton, he could be doing better. Brodin, could be doing a bit better as well. Toffoli with 12 and 9. Pouliot with 17 and 9. Nuge with 9 and 4. Boychuk with 17 and 9, so he's giving it away a little bit, but he is producing offense, so that's what matters for him. And then Bruce with 6 and 2. All right, so not too bad as of right now. We'll check out goaltenders. Yep, Korpisalo getting it done, 922 save percentage, and Brendan Lopp with a 934. So we're looking pretty solid right now. And obviously, I mean, we're 15, 6 and 4, so your stats are bound to be good after that. But let's just take a look at plus minus here, see who's. I think, yeah, what we need to do for that first line is put Zadina in the middle and then put Henrich on the wing, because, well, obviously Zadina is just much better at faceoffs, it appears. So we're going to try that, see how that works. And I mean, I hate to move Zadina to the middle just because he's been doing so well on the left wing, but something's got to change with that possession, with the lack of faceoffs that Henrich has been winning, or losing, I should say. So, let's do the same thing for the power play. Same thing for here. That's fine. Pavelski's good at faceoffs. And then extras, same thing here. Same thing here. And alright, so that appears to be it. Let's go maybe one more month and see what happens. Good news is that we are currently first in the Pacific, first in the Western Conference actually, and second in the NHL, only to the Toronto Maple Leafs. So we are still very much in contention for the President's Trophy. This is a very good team, so I don't feel the need to make any changes as of right now. And let's see what happens in this next month. Win against San Jose. All right, amateur scout. We will go where we've been in WHL 2 times. We'll go United States for defenseman 6 weeks. We do need some defensive depth, at least in terms of prospects. Carolina 3-2 loss. Winnipeg is going to be a 3-0 win. All right, okay. We're keeping that good ratio going. Calgary, they're terrible. Come on, that's got to be a win right there. There you go, 3-1 win. Usually when I say that, we get a loss, but we got lucky that time, I suppose. 2-1 win against New Jersey, very nice. And yeah, this is a good team. This is straight up just a good team. 21-7-3 so far on the season, and we're halfway through December, so I really cannot complain. And that reminds me, we're about 2 weeks away from getting Nugent Hopkins back, which should be good for the team as well. So Nashville, come on now. These trades are slowing the game down here as we just keep winning. Keep going. Ah, man. There it is. It was bound to happen eventually. But Nuge is back, but again, we got to leave him until he's like completely 100%. So, because I would prefer for him to not get re-injured. So, I believe after this game against Anaheim, he should be back. Yep, 3-0 win. All right, so we're 25-8-3. That's pretty good. Let's take a look at the record on the month. 1-1, 3-1, 6-1. That'd be 8-1, 8-2. 9-2, 10-2 on the month of December. So that's what more can be said about that. That's pretty good. So again, nothing really to change here, and it's good to see that Zadina is still getting the points at the center position, and we should now, I believe, yes, we are first in the entire league as of right now. So let's check out the stats here. And but other than this, I there's no other reason to stop here besides checking out the stats because we're rolling. We're just getting it done. Zadina with 35 points, Crab with 29, Henrich with 28, Boychuk with 26, Toffoli with 22, Fawcett with 16, Liljegren with 16, Pavelski and Pouliot with 14, Mowers with 12, Deneau, De Silva, and Kreider with 11, Nuge with 9 and 13. He's coming back in this month. Lawton with 8. Brodin with 7, Tanev with 6, Bully with 6, Bruce with 2, and Plekanec with 1. And then as we take a look at plus minus, not penalty minutes, plus minus, and only Toffoli and Fawcett are minuses. Everyone else is either even or plus. And Philip Zadina seems to be doing it all for Seattle this year. So really glad he panned out. And Rob Bruce, he's interesting. Let's take a look at his hits. 31. How many games has he played? I believe 23. All right. I mean, for his rookie season, I mean, this is pretty good for him. He's got 12 takeaways, 16 giveaways, so it's not like he even gives away the puck much as a defensive defenseman. So not much to complain about there. I might have to leave him in the lineup once we put Nuge back in, so I'm going to have to figure out what to do there in terms of defensemen. We might have to rotate out someone like Lawton or Deneau or someone because Bruce has been doing a pretty good job, and I don't think I want to take him out. So, I mean, because we've been winning, but we have to get Nuge back in there somehow. How's Lawton been doing with the hits? 36 games and 38 hits. He could be doing better. Not gonna lie, he could be doing much better. And he's giving the puck away quite a bit here. So you know what? I think we'll take Lawton out and we will put Nuge back in. And we'll get Nuge, I guess, to the second line because Zadina's been working well with Henrich and Crab, and then we'll have Nuge, Kreider, and Fawcett, and then Mowers, Toffoli, and De Silva, and then it'll be Deneau, Pavelski, and Liljegren. And then the defense will stay the same, And then power play. Now, let's see. Do I want to get Nuge on the power play? What has Kreider's numbers been on the point so far? Nothing. Okay, so we'll get Nuge back on here. Yep, there you go. Let's see, is there anywhere else he was? Let's see. Anywhere where we're struggling particularly? Well, I mean, we're not struggling. We're barely struggling at all right now. So, you know, we'll just get him on the third 4-on-4 line here with Fawcett. And then the same thing here. There you go. All right. That looks good. Let us continue the season because there's, again, we're kind of rolling right now. I don't really want to stop as long as we're winning. So let's actually real quick check the injury report, see if any other teams got any big injuries. Tampa Bay, Toronto. Toronto has lost Anderson till January 9th. That's rough, but that should be, he should be back pretty soon, actually. Stetcher until February 13th with a broken leg for Vancouver. Sven Berchi till January 4th. He'll be back soon. Washington has lost McQuaid till February 13th. Winnipeg has lost Roslovich till January 4th. Anaheim has lost Natanen till January 13th. Arizona, nothing. Boston, nothing. Buffalo, nothing. Nothing. Chicago has lost Corey Crawford till January 13th, likely with a concussion. Dallas has lost Tyson Barrie till March 8th with a broken leg. My goodness. Detroit has lost Jeff Carter with a sprained ankle till January 6th. Edmonton has lost Lucic and Adam Larson. Ooh, that's rough, with a broken leg until March 24th. That is rough for the Edmonton Oilers. As Los Angeles has lost Martin Marincin with an MCL sprain till January 11th. Nashville has lost Roman Josi with likely a concussion till January 11th as well. New Jersey, no one. The Islanders has lost Hamonic with an MCL sprain till January 17th. Senators have lost Nick Leddy with a broken nose till January 10th. Philly, nothing. And Pittsburgh has lost Crosby to back spasms until January 11th. And that will be it for injuries. Let us continue the season here. As again, there's nothing much we really need to do. So we'll just keep going. One more month. See how we do with Nuge back in the lineup for the first time in, let's say, 2 months or so. 5-1 win, 3-1 loss. All right, so first is that our first 2-game losing streak in quite a while, I believe. Maybe even since the beginning of the year when we. That's definitely our first 3-game losing streak, I think, of all year. Oh my! Come on now, boys. Come on! Oh, ooh. Don't like to see that. I mean, every team's gonna have their rough patches, but after having a season we've had so far, I mean that hurts our chances at the legendary 60-win season that Halifax had, you know, back in the day. Defenseman for 6 weeks in Russia. Boston, there you go. There you go. Yeah, I don't need to make any changes. That was just a rough patch for Seattle there in that span of Detroit to this is the minors from Detroit to Colorado. So yeah, we get a point there against Tampa Bay. Vancouver. Let's see. Can we do something? Are we going to get an injury? Are we going to get a trade offer? Are we getting something here? Oh, come on, EA. You got to be better than this. You have to be better. Yep, trade, decline. Don't have to mess with the chemistry of this team. 4-2 loss against Vancouver. That's unfortunate. Bounce back against Buffalo here, boys. There you go. 4-1 win. Very nice. And last game of the month against Florida will be an injury to Nelson Crabbe. He has been injured with strained hamstring until February 7th. Luckily, that's not far off. That's only about a week. But still, it's a few games without our most proficient goal scorer. So we are, I believe, let's get Lawton in there. He's been scratched for a few games. Actually, quite a few games. Since we don't have the goal scorer on that line right now, We have Henrich, who's the playmaker. Zadina, who is a little bit of everything. So how's Fawcett doing? Is more of an assist guy. Nuge is obviously more of an assist. Oh, no kidding. He just got back in the lineup, but it's still only 12 points in 26 games. Kreider, how's he doing? 5 and 12. Toffoli. Yeah, we'll get Toffoli in there on the first line, and then we'll get Liljegren up there on the third, and then Lawton down there with Pavelski and Danault. And then we have not Lawton on the power play, so Henrich, Zadina, Toffoli, De Silva, Mowers, and Nuge are on there already, so we'll get Lawton off. We'll put Kreider, or you know what, maybe Fawcett? Yeah, we'll try Fawcett on the power play, why not? Why not? We'll do the same thing here. Actually, you know what, Zadina, Henrich, Mowers, Toffoli. Yep. And then penalty kill, that looks good. That looks good. Extras. Zadina, Henrich, Mowers, Nuge, Fawcett will get Toffoli. Then 3-on-3. Zadina, Henrich, Mowers, Nuge, Kreider, Toffoli. There you go. Very nice. Extra attackers are good. Shootout, not good. Don't want Lawton up taking the first shot. So Zadina, Henrich, Toffoli, Boychuk, and let's see, Mowers or Nuge. Oh yeah, Nuge was there. We'll get Henrich over here, Zadina over here, and then Nuge can shoot third. That looks good. That looks good. All right. There you go. Let's keep going. I mean, we're 30, 15, and 4, a month away from the trade deadline, so you know what, we'll just take it up to the trade deadline. we're a pretty good. It's safe to say we're a very good team this year. Nelson Crabbe, of course, he is. We'll get him back after the game against Toronto, I guess, just to make sure he's fully back. 3-2 win against Ottawa. No, not claiming you. All right, let's stop it after Toronto. Jacob Trouba. I mean, that's... no, we have way too many defensemen. 5-0 loss. All right, so let us get Nelson Crabbe back in there. I mean, we're clearly hurting there because Zadina has dropped off point scoring a little bit. So we will get Toffoli back here, Liljegren up here, Lawton out, and Crabbe in. There you go. And let's just make sure he's on the power play and such. Get Fawcett out, Crabbe in, Toffoli out, Crabbe in, PK, he wasn't there, extras, Toffoli out, Crabbe in. That looks good. Toffoli out, and then Crabbe in once more. There you go. That looks shootout. I will take. Who hasn't been scoring goals this year? You know what? We will take out Nuge, I suppose, or maybe Boychuk. I feel like we could use that defensive secret weapon on the on the shootout. No one's gonna be expecting a defenseman to shoot, so we will get Nuge out of there for Crabbe. There we go. All right, so that once again that looks good. Let's continue on until the trade deadline, as we are still first in our division, but no longer first in the league. But that's fine, you know. As long as we're dominating here in our division, that's really all I care about for the regular season. Once we get to the playoffs, everything's a different story. So decline that trade. Washington, they are 29, 21, and 4. Can we beat them? We'll have to wait until after this trade is done. And shootout loss. All right. Man, we're getting a lot of trades here coming up with the trade deadline. I mean, it makes sense, but it's slowing down the simulation a little bit. San Jose, yeah, you know what? I'm just going to do this right now just so that we don't have to deal with this. All right, there you go. San Jose, 3-2 win. That's what I like to see. Carolina, come on, boys. Let's get into a little bit of a rhythm here before the trade deadline, because if we don't, then I might be tempted to make a trade. Oh, man. Hopefully not a losing rhythm here. Jonas Brodin is in. Of course he's injured. It was supposed to be decision year, basically, for Jonas Brodin, and of course he's injured, so and he's not coming back till after the trade deadline, so now we can't trade him. Of course it happened like that. So we're going to have to get Liljegren back in the defense, on the defense, and Rob Bruce is now a top 4 defenseman. He is fitting in just nicely with this team. So we're gonna get Liljegren in. Now we're gonna have to put Tanev here. Then we're gonna have to put Liljegren here. And then what I think we'll do, I don't want Pouliot and Liljegren playing together. I'll put Pouliot with Bruce and then Beaulieu with Liljegren. And you know what? I will move them 2 up here. Yep, that looks good. Special teams, don't want Lawton on the power play. Boychuk, Pouliot, Nuge. I will put... You know, we'll give Boychuk some extra time. We'll put him twice on the power play. I mean, he's already getting... What is it? Is it like... not Henrich. Isn't it like... he was getting... I think last I saw... 27 minutes a night. No, he's only getting 24 now, so that's a little bit more reasonable. But last I saw... At least when I looked at that category... In the last episode, he was getting like 27 minutes a night, which is ridiculous. So... Hopefully he can hold down the fort there. We'll do the same thing here. Be Boychuk. Get on there. There you go. I don't know why Tanev's there. we'll get Liljegren over here. Penalty kill. Yep, that all looks good. That all looks good. This doesn't look good. Boychuk, Tanev. Gotta replace Tanev here with Liljegren, I believe. Nope, we're gonna get Bruce. And then Beaulieu and Liljegren right here. And we're gonna do this. Boychuk, Pouliot. Yep, Liljegren, I believe, was here. And then extra attackers, that's good. Shootout, that's good. Goaltenders are good. Alright, we're set. Can we please go on a little bit of a winning streak here? Seattle before the trade deadline, so I'm not tempted to trade anyone. Brodin is available to play in the next game. Of course he is. But hey, that makes him available to trade now if we have to. But I prefer not to. Just depends on his performance. So we will go OHL for defenseman 6 weeks. Minnesota, Brodin's old team. Let's see. Do we have an injury or something? Do we have a trade? Do we have an injury? No, nothing. It was no big deal. Pro Scout Colin. Yep, we are at the trade deadline now. 37, 20, and 5. So I don't think we need to trade anyone here, boys, unless someone's really struggling. But right now we're one of the top 4 teams in the league, and that's the kind of mindset I had going in this year. If we weren't like a top 5 team, then we would be trading people to try to get to be that elite team. But it looks like we are, at the moment, that elite team that we had the vision for this team. So Zadina with 56 points, Henrich with 45, Crab with 44, Boychuk with 39, Liljegren with 32, Toffoli with 31, Fawcett with 28, De Silva with 22, Pavelski with 21, Nuge with 21, Pouliot with 20, Kreider with 19, Danault with 19, Mowers with 18, Tanev with 12, Brodin with 11, Lawton with 10, Beaulieu with 7, Bruce with 2, and Plekanec with 1. So let's check on the plus minus. Zadina's plus 20. Toffoli's minus 10, so that's a little concerning. He's the only one there with that significant of a minus, so that looks like that third line's not too great defensively. Power play, he's good on the power play, though. Have to take that into consideration. He's in our top, well, he's tied for our top power play point scorer, so I'm not inclined to trade him away unless there's something really bad about him. Crab, 195 shots. De Silva, 183. We're getting the shots, for sure. Face-offs, let's take a look. Pavelski, yep. Lawton, yep. Zadina, yep. That's all good. Mowers, about half. Same thing with Nuge. Fawcett, Henrich. Yeah, I'm glad we took Henrich off the middle. He didn't appear to be doing too well there. And then hits. Let's take a look. Crab, Tanev, Zadina, Kreider, Brodin. So Brodin's hitting again, it looks like. Compared to last year, 92 hits in 60 games isn't that bad. I mean, there's still 22 games left in the season, and he's only, what is that, like 13 hits away from his total from last year. So he could definitely, at the rate that he's doing it, he could definitely surpass that. And blocks, he's not as great block-wise, but giveaways, he's got it to a respectable ratio between giveaways and takeaways. It's 31 takeaways on the season and only 50 giveaways in 60 games. So at that pace, he should be on pace for like the season he had this year in 2020, 2021. So that's honestly not bad. I can't complain there. So Brodin did have a bit of a bounce back year defensively. He's not giving it away as much as he did last year, but we'll see what happens in the remaining 22 games. But it looks like Brodin is going to be staying. He has definitely gotten back into his own. So, yep, that looks good. We'll take a look at goaltenders now, see what Lop and Corpusalo are doing. Yep, 922 and 920. That looks solid. Really nothing to complain about. We'll just take a look at everyone individually here. Yep, all the defensemen are pluses, so that is very nice. I believe that's the first time that's happened in this in this series. Because Boychuk, I believe, yeah, Boychuk was always a minus up until this year when he started playing with Tanev, so that was definitely a good change. Liljegren, +4. He was +2 last year, but again, Boychuk was always a minus until this year. Pouliot, I believe, has been a plus. Yeah, he was a very solid plus this year, but the past 2 years haven't been too bad either. Then Christopher Chanov, I believe he's always been a plus. Oh yeah, look at that. Even before the GM mode even started, he was a plus. So he's been a plus every year that the GM mode's been going on so far. So that's, even when he's not on our team, he's been pretty good defensively. Jonas Brodin, as you can see, has been, I mean, you don't really count the years that we were bad, like these 3 years right here, 2017 to 2019 and 2020. We were pretty bad in those years, but these years here we made the playoffs, and this year we're poised to make the playoffs. So, but he is now definitely coming into his own with that +4, and it appears he has a better chemistry with Derek Pouliot than he does with Pete Boychuk for some reason. I don't know why, but you would think they're the same player, right? Because they both produce points. Except the only difference is their age and their handedness. So I really have no idea what's going on there, but it works, so I'm not going to touch that. Nathan Beaulieu. Yep. So we're looking good. We're looking very good here in Seattle. So we'll check out the team stats real quick, and then we're going to have to end it off because we're already at 40 minutes here on the recording. Goals for per game. Yet we're second in the division. Not too bad at all. And then we are by far the best defensive team in our division. That's why we're not trading Brodin, boys, because I don't know if that's just because of the goaltending that we're getting, but I would like to think that Brodin's chipping in there to help out with the goals against per game. So we're not trading anybody here defensively. We're not trading anyone offensively. This team is set to go for the playoffs. Actually, you know what? Screw the timeline. Let's just go the whole season in this one because we seem to be poised to make that run. And then penalty kill percentage, 82.2. Not too shabby. Middle of the pack. And yeah, the power play was 17.7. So that's not too bad either when compared to the other teams in our division. Yeah, we'll just go the rest of the year here, honestly. It's not like it's not like we're struggling right now. I mean, we're literally in the top 4 teams in the entire league, so let's just go. There's no trades I want to make. All right, we have depth. We don't need any draft picks. Let's just go. All right, we just got. I'm too excited for the playoffs right now, so we'll just get through it. 4-3 win against Nashville. 1-0 win against New York, 2-1 win against Arizona. All right, followed up by a loss, but you know what? That's that 3-1 win-loss ratio there, and obviously the 60-win season is definitely not happening at this point. For already 41, 21, and 6, but there's a few wins right there. All right, so it's shaping up really good right now. We're just waiting out the rest of the season, I suppose, at this point. And Joe Pavelski, ooh. How long is that from now? I don't think that's too long from now. That's a week at most. So, you know what? We'll just go with replace player. Yeah, that's a week. Yeah, he'll be back fine. He'll be just fine for the playoffs. Edit lines manually. I don't. You know what? No, we'll leave him out for right now. I'll get him back in there at the end of the month or something. Yeah. All right. We'll just stop it here. We'll get Pavelski back in, and then we'll go the rest of the time. Graham McMuffin. That is the Miners replace player. Stop the simulation. All right. Here we go. Let's get Pavelski back in there, and then we'll finish up the season. 76 games played for Zadina already, so there's only 6 games left in the season. It appears. Who's scratch? Plekanec. So we'll get Pavs back in there. And there we go. That should be good because it was an assistant coach replace player, so you should just put Pavelski where he was initially. So, yeah, we have already literally clinched our division. The rest of our division is god-awful. I mean, literally, Edmonton is second with 82 points, 76 games in. My goodness. All the points in the Western Conference have gone to Seattle and the Central Division this year. So, because I mean, fifth. The Dallas Stars in the Central Division have more points than second of the Edmonton Oilers in the Pacific. So, yeah, it looks like, yeah, very, very weak Pacific Division this year. So that's good. That's odds are in our favor there for round number 1 at the very least. Hopefully, I mean, you never know with this game, so. Let's just go the rest of the season. We're not going to play a game here. Or we're not going to watch a third period or anything of the Vegas game. We're way too far into this video already, but we will definitely watch some playoff games as those tend to be shorter videos anyway. So overtime loss, win, loss. Yeah, I'm just all over the place here. Amateur scout. We will go to the Q. Defense, 6 weeks. And final game of the regular season against Vegas is an overtime win. All right, solid 49, 24, and 9 is the final year 6 record for Seattle. And we have clinched the President's Trophy. 107 points. Only 1 point ahead of Arizona to win the President's Trophy. So hopefully... yeah, I'm feeling it. This is our year. This is definitely got to be our year here in year number 6. So let's take a quick look at the final regular season stats, and then we'll end it off because this is a really, really long video. Zadina was 68, Henrich was 62, Crab with 56. No 30-goal season for him. He looks like he got his assists up there a little bit. So, but that's all right. He got points. Boychuk with 56. Toffoli with 43, Liljegren with 38, Fawcett with 35, De Silva with 30, Mowers with 28, Pouliot with 28, a lot of depth scoring here, Nuge with 25 and 59, Danault with 25 and 82, Pavelski with 24, Kreider with 22, Tanev with 16, Lawton with 15, Brodin with 11, Beaulieu with 7, Bruce with 3, and Plekanec with 2 and 7. So let's check plus minus. It looks like that third line kind of, yeah, Toffoli minus 14. That's a little unfortunate there, but he was a key part of our power play, so that's why we kept Toffoli. And obviously we were winning, and it paid off because we won the President's Trophy. Nelson Grab with 260 shots, De Silva with 236, Boychuk with 204, Henrich with 200. Zadina with 187, Mowers with 186, Toffoli with 172, Pouliot with 153. So we're looking all good here. And then shooting percentage looks like this. Zadina had the highest with 14.4, then Henrich with 13, Toffoli with 11, Fawcett with the 10.3, Mowers with the 10.2, Crab with the 10, Lawton with a 9.7. All right, that's looking all good there. Zadina, oh my, Zadina's average time on ice 21 minutes per night as a forward. That's ridiculous. Boychuk with a 25. Why do I just do that? 25 minutes and 51 seconds of average ice time per game. He is a beast. He eats up those minutes. Face-offs, let's take a look. Pavelski, yup, he was great. Zadina was great. Nuge and Mowers were marginal. Fawcett, and then Henrich, obviously, not great. Hits, let's take a look. Crab, Zadina, Tanev, Kreider, Bruce, Beaulieu, all 100 or over. And Rob Bruce, oh my, 84 as a free agent signing as a 20-year-old. So he definitely looks to have a promising future. It looks like he gave up the puck a little bit more than we anticipated he would, but you know what? That's fine. Rookie season, right? So, goaltenders. Yep. Everything's solid so far. Everything's solid this year. I really have nothing to complain about. Korpisalo, 920 save percentage, and Brennan Lopp, 928. Let's see how many shutouts. 5 for Korpisalo and 1 for Brendan Lopp. Yep, well, we're looking all good here. We are looking all good. So I think with that, we'll check out the team stats once more, and then we'll end it up. Man, this is such a long video. I think this might be like the longest video in the so far in the series here. Assuming not much gets cut out. Seattle, yeah, we had a 262 goals for per game, and then goals against average. This is what really separated us from the rest of the division. 2.18 goals against per game. Power play was 16.7, so middle of the pack. And then penalty kill, 83%, so that's pretty solid too. Our last 10, we were 5, 2, and 3. Home, we were 23, 13, and 5. Away, we were 26, 11, and 4. So pretty solid all around. I have nothing to complain about. 3 shorthanded goals for. Yeah, I have no reason to change anything right now. I think we just right into the playoffs with this roster. Let's take a look at the injury report going into the playoffs. You know what? We'll do that in the next one. This video's already so long. Let's we'll check out the progress reports though. Those are pretty quick to check. Yep, modifications. Rob Bruce. Yep, obviously he grew a lot. De Silva grew 83. Henrich grew 89. Yeah, okay. So, and then down in the minors, Brunstrom grew a lot as a 7th defenseman. That's pretty good. Yeah, no one down here who are really too concerned about. So, and then as you look at goaltenders, nothing there. So, all right, we're already at 50 minutes in the recording. I gotta end this thing off. So, before I just realized before we do, we have to see who we're facing in round 1. So, oh boy, all right, here we go. And round number 1 of the Year 6 playoffs, we're going to be facing the Dallas Stars. See you guys in the next one.